What just went viral on the internet isn't a rumor, ladies and gentlemen, so stop everything right now. This is an outright, disgraceful admission from 50 Cent, the king of chaos himself. And this one will break relationships, damage jobs, and make the entire business shudder in silence. Looking directly into the camera, 50 Cent delivered a live bombshell that was jaw-dropping, pants-dropping, and relationship-destroying. Yes, I did have sex with Remy Ma. I'm sorry. You're implying that the same Remy Ma who encouraged allegiance, co-founded an empire with Papoose, and convinced us was covertly destroying the man her husband had been battling for years within black love like it was gospel. And it gets sicker yet. Papoose didn't learn by an anonymous tip or private text. During the live feed, he learned heartbreak in real time, betrayal in real time. And the internet broke when that man's face fell into utter destruction. Is this the Remy and Paps demise? Did you just destroy the last devoted couple in hip hop? Who else was aware of it yet chose to remain silent? This isn't rumors. It's not drama. Just now, this ticking time bomb exploded. And all of the sloppy, disgusting, and heartbreaking details are right here. This isn't just another scandal, so buckle up. The ultimate treachery is this. Okay, everyone. The catastrophe we're going to uncover isn't simply another industry flirtation. So pay close attention. This is hip-hop heresy, he declared. It's a betrayal so brazen, so frigid, so blatantly poisonous that it makes everything, let's face it. Remy Ma and Papoose weren't just a relationship, so what you believe to be true about loyalty in the rap game looks like a damn fairy tale. They were the pair, the model, the norm. Bonnie and Clyde were enmeshed in the hustle and bustle of New York, surrounded in loyalty and jail letters and unwavering support. Up until now, because 50 Cent did what he always does on what was meant to be a typical late-night tell-all Instagram live, he took a bloat orchestra to peace, privacy, and professionality. And this time he destroyed the basis of the one connection we believed to be unbreakable. One minute he was smiling and drinking Branson's cognac, and the next I'm not even going to lie anymore, man. I smashed Remy without any forewarning, hesitancy, or build-up, just pure confessional slaughter in high definition. Hold on, 50 Cent is a skilled manipulator, and we've seen him pull pranks before. King of chaos, but he wasn't playing a practical joke, his tone wasn't ironic. Curtis Jackson was deadly serious for the first time in a long time, and his body language wasn't trolling. The viewers saw a familiar name appear in the lower corner of the live stream, and Papoose joined. Yes, at that same moment. The collective jaw of the internet fell so hard that it broke the algorithm right there. For a moment, let's go back in time. Rumors about Remy Ma and 50 Cent began to circulate back when, after being released from prison, Remy appeared different, not just physically, but also emotionally. People claimed that there was a new vitality, a glow, and 50, he abruptly stopped making fun of her. In fact, he made a special effort to praise her bars, her weight loss, and her recovery. Coincidence? Please. Remy's team sources, who are obviously pleading to stay nameless, told us that Remy and 50 left the set for more than an hour while filming a particular BET cypher, and when they returned, Remy's wig was pushed sideways. Why did we give them the benefit of the doubt even though 50 had the smirk indicating I just broke something? Papoose, the man who stood 10 toes down while Remy was doing his sentence, is the reason put his whole rap career on hold in order to raise their son and wait for his queen. You don't think she would treat him that way, do you? Now, hold on tight, for this tale goes deeper than we could have ever guessed. Let's talk about the night in question. 50 Cent was teasing new music, clowning Rick Ross, and throwing dubious breadcrumbs during the live session, which was supposed to be about impending projects. As usual, the views were increasing and the comments were lively until someone asked him, "Would you ever collaborate with Remy Ma again?" The energy changed. At that point, 50 leaned in, grinned, and spoke the statement that will always be associated with hip-hop. "We've already created a lot of things together, man. There's just no studio involved." The live stream abruptly changed to a chilly tone, and he doubled on, discussing topics like late nights in the Bronx, hotel rooms without cameras, and not to mention that this wasn't private. She even talked about the tattoo on Remy Ma's lower back that fans were unaware of. Thousands of people watched this program, so it wasn't behind closed doors. One of those viewers, Papoose. People thought he would log out and perhaps give Remy a private call, but instead he lingered, observed, listened, and then asked to join the live stream. 5 seconds of the most oppressive stillness you've ever experienced followed 50's acceptance of the request. Papoose eyes no words, only pain, bloodshot, jaws clenched, staring straight into the camera, and then the low, hoarse trembling voice sounded. "Fifth, are you really going to do this here?" 50 answered without blinking or resigning. "You wanted the truth, didn't you? Now everyone knows it." Cue complete anarchy. Some viewers were incredulous, and they started to screen record, repost, and flood the comments with burning emojis and crying faces. Some were enjoying the drama, but there was no denying that this was real. This was a man who was scorned, a marriage breaking up in front of the entire internet world, and it wasn't for influence. As if it couldn't get any more embarrassing, Remy Ma showed up in the chat. Her username is Realma. "Fifth, please stop." "Oh, you want him to quit now?" "It's too late, sis. Shrapnel is flying and the grenade has already been removed." People instantly delved into old footage, podcasts, interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, searching for hints, and did they uncover any? Do you recall that embarrassing Drink Chance episode where Remy froze when asked when 50 gave her a diamond-studded bracelet at random during the Power Season 4 after party? Did you remember who her favorite male rapper was and simply grinned instead of mentioning Papoose? It turns out that the bracelet was a replacement for one that Remy supposedly abandoned at his apartment weeks earlier, which led many to believe it was a promotion. And you want to speak about energy? Watch the Sexy 97 freestyle again, where Remy and 50 looked at each other like passing teens. Notes in homeroom. There was a lot of tension. What does all of this mean? Was Remy M leading a parallel life? Or did 50 Cent hold on to this secret for years in anticipation of the ideal time to reveal it? The real question is, was this a cold-blooded, purposeful attempt to wipe off Papoose? According to some sources, it was. This whole thing was planned, according to someone close to 50 who spoke to us under strict anonymity. He's been according to The Insider, he had been keeping that secret for years until he learned that Remy and Pap would be renewing their vows next month, at which point he made up his mind. Petty is in his blood, so it was time. Additionally, Papoose once attempted to check 50 in public. You recall how he referred to him as a clown that makes money off of black pain? Well, that clown just destroyed your entire empire. If you believe that's the end of the story, however, you should reconsider because what came next was even more surprising, even more intimate, much more inexcusable. As 50 Cent stepped up, Remy Ma's silence became more audible and Papoose started removing pictures from his Instagram. Something else appeared. A voicemail, a real recorded message that would completely change the course of events. Let's discuss that. Voicemail, as the audio that left even the most steadfast followers in stunned silence arrives just when you thought the Instagram live confession was the biggest bomb thrown on hip-hop this decade. Nope, 50 Cent did not leak the voicemail, nor did a blogger or troll account. Instead, it was posted, "Brace yourselves," written by Remy Ma's former makeup artist, who obviously had personal grievances and thought this was the ideal time to strike out. The caption said, "Let's remind everyone of what Remy accidentally left on my phone because she wants to appear innocent." A woman with a medium skin tone shrugs and shows no loyalty. Hashtag after she deceived Pat, a 2-minute tape that will always torment Remy Ma was made. In the message, Ray's voice, "I swear I'm losing it." He is unmistakable, quiet, desperate, muttering as if trying to avoid being noticed. Keeps asking me why I behave strangely around Fifth, and I just stare. The incident wasn't meant to have any significance. I adore Pap. I simply made a mistake. Well, 2 times, but that's all. Alright, but I can't lose everything over this. The world now knows that I've lost everything twice. TikTokers were acting out the voicemail, and hashtag Remy was trending and more. Then 17 countries by the time fans processed the audio. Like the JFK assassination video, YouTubers were dissecting it, and guess who couldn't keep quiet? Fat Joe. Yes, in an Instagram story, Mr. Loyalty Above Royalty himself commented, and I won't talk about his response. I'm not sure, but if this is true, well, that's unbelievable disrespect. Pap didn't say much, but the entire Terror Squad circle was clearly shaken by this, and 50 Cent was doing what he does best, fanning the flames with pandemonium and memes. In a matter of hours, he shared a modified power clip of his character Cannon grinning, writing, "Hey, Pap, you need to have looked at the direct messages instead of just the bars," smug expression. Brutal. This isn't just a random hookup gone wrong, let's be clear. This is surgical destruction. 50 Cent revealed gifts and timestamps in addition to the affair, and now we obtained audio, but why now? One theory circulating online is that this is retaliation, the cold, calculating after years of backdoor politics, subliminals, and a covert feud between 50 Cent and Papoose that we were unaware of. A Papoose subtly disparaged 50's brand deals in a 2019 interview clip from The Breakfast Club, saying, "Some people sell liquor, some people sell morals." Morals looked like a harmless choice at the time, but for a man like 50 who harbors resentment like coin, which could have been sufficient to identify him. However, there's more. An unnamed source near a BET cipher, Remy Ma, and 50 Cent were allegedly caught in a furious backstage whisper dispute at an award show rehearsal, according to the production team. This insider said it wasn't simply cordial. She was irate. There was tension, real tension. He appeared arrogant, and they subsequently departed together before the rehearsals were over. To make matters worse, rumors have it that Papoose was meant to be at the parts are coming together quickly, but in a twist in 01, the rehearsal was abruptly cancelled due to a family issue. Meanwhile, a 2017 Wendy Williams interview reappeared, in which Wendy asks Remy, "If you were with Pap, who would you smash in the industry?" while sipping her notorious purple tea. Next question, Wendy, remarked Remy when he paused, looked at the camera, and laughed. Isn't hindsight a vicious creature? The fans, meanwhile, were going crazy. Let's quickly look at some of the most popular responses on the internet. Speaking head to Bronx Baby 87, I knew when Remy released the Melanin Magic video, something wasn't quite right. I had secrets. Skullet rapped every day, Papoose composed her poems while she was incarcerated, and she delivered the cookie to 50 people. Jailhouse Romeo was just smoked. Fire it, we need to clean up the microphone. This is hip-hop sacrilege, not cheating, MS Tang Uncensored. The conspiracy fringe has gone into overdrive, and some people think 50 Cent recorded. According to the live feed, he has been waiting to sabotage Remy and Pap's vow renewal in Jamaica next month. Wasn't impulsive, rather, it was a calculated takedown and a personal diss track, but in real life, some people think Remy intended it to reveal that perhaps she was sick of living a lie in her heart. However, guess who we haven't heard directly from yet? Remy Ma. She's gone totally silent. Except for that one fucking stop. Please leave a remark on Instagram Live. That quiet is louder than any diss track. In the meantime, there was no comment, tweet, or shade. In only 1 hour, Papoose removed more than 20 images from his Instagram account, including all of Remy Ma's pics, anniversary posts, vacation photos, and behind-the-scenes love and hip-hop gone. According to sources, fans have noticed that he has stopped wearing his wedding ring in recent paparazzi pictures. He was observed talking to himself, avoiding anyone who attempted to contact him, and appearing utterly unkempt as he left a Brooklyn studio. Now the speculation is becoming legal. A number of Hollywood attorneys have expressed their opinions on Twitter, implying that Papoose might be seeking divorce advice. According to rumors, Remy is not protected by the 2008 prenuptial agreement if infidelity is demonstrated through digital evidence. And guess what? Let that sink in, the cosmetic Artist's audio drop, the voicemail, and the Instagram confession are all admissible evidence. 50 Cent isn't done, even if we might be on the verge of the most heartbreaking and well-publicized divorce in hip-hop history. In fact, hours after the message he hinted on Twitter after it was revealed, saying, "You guys think that was crazy? Listen to the voicemail that was left on my line, it's a direct strike bomb." Yes. It seems that Remy Ma begged 50 Cent not to reveal her over the phone in tears, and this leads us to the question that no one wants to ask, was that recording sitting on it like a nuclear warhead? Was this 50 Cent's longest scam, a covert affair weaponized, or just a chance encounter between two rappers? For maximum destruction? Because, regardless of how you look at it, this is about power, not just adultery. The next twist in the story is coming quickly because, just when it seemed like things couldn't get much darker, a video appeared. Retaliation, Legacy. The video appears to be a grainy, dimly lit clip of Remy Ma leaving a luxury suite at 3:27 a.m. Was dressed exactly like she was in her most recent Instagram image, and 10 seconds later, 50 Cent pulled his, and guess who leaked the footage? The hotel staff security is allegedly looking into the leak, but the Harm fans are certain that this romance wasn't a one-night error, but rather a season-long one, and the blogs are raving about it. Arc. And everything will depend on what Papoose does next. So, here we are. The affair is out. According to several people close to the matter, Papoose has gone from silent sadness to calculated revenge as the internet burns. Verify that Papoose has formally left the family home. Remy Ma's representatives are disputing all of this, claiming it is a planned attempt to destroy a black woman's legacy. Let's not minimize the impact this has on Remy, though, because the harm is now irreparable. Because Remy Ma was sold as a ride or die, and this isn't just a cheating scandal, it's the whole implosion of a brand she spent 20 years cultivating. She was the embodiment of unwavering black love and loyalty in heels, and her eyes held it down as he performed the role of Time Queen. However, all of the quotes about holding Pap down, the black love panels, and the red carpet photos are now lies. 50 Cent isn't just holding the match as the packaged fairy tale is now collapsing under the weight of voicemails, receipts, and surveillance footage. He's pouring the gasoline. Fif reiterated this point in a recently published excerpt from his next podcast, saying, "I didn't even wish to be silent, my friend. However, I knew I was going to turn the tables when Pap came for me on that tweet last year. And don't worry, I have more in the vault." Take a moment to process that. 50 Cent says he has been preparing the fact that this wasn't a mere emotional mishap, that he waited years for the ideal opportunity to break the illusion, and now endorsement deals are falling through the roof, and just last week, Remy Ma was subtly kicked out of a significant campaign for a beauty business. An appearance on a reality show was put on hold indefinitely. According to reports, the producers of Love and Hip Hop are frantically trying to determine whether, fearing legal threats from both sides, they decided to screen video from a planned reunion episode that would feature Papoose and Remy. Speaking of legal threats, we finally have confirmation. Papoose has enlisted the services of a law company, the same dominant force that handled Cardi B's defamation case and Megan the What Does This Signify for Stallion's contract battle? Well, insiders say Papoose isn't merely getting ready for divorce. He's thinking of filing a lawsuit for emotional harm, humiliation in public, and career sabotage because, as you may recall, Papoose had an agreement and he was reportedly just days away from finishing a Netflix documentary about black love in the present era, parenthood, and loyalty. Why have the producers withdrawn? All of that is dead and gone. Not only is it betrayal, but who is going to believe in black love when the face of it was covertly snooping around with her husband's enemy? Let's take a closer look at brand assassination. You may be asking yourself, how in the hell did Remy Ma believe she was going to get away with this? According to sources, Remy had a burner phone, which is a whole different gadget for communicating with 50 Cent. Allegedly stored that phone at a friend's house and only used it when it was safe to do so. You know who discovered it? Papoose. Remy allegedly made the mistake of leaving her primary phone unlocked during a furious dispute. Trusting but not blind, Papoose looked through recent communications and saw a message that read, "Remember your other one." For you, I charged it. I left it at Ka's. He found the phone when he arrived at Ka's residence. When he opened it, he saw voice notes, screenshots, selfies, and even a picture of 50 Cent without a shirt putting up a sign that read, "That thunder is still there." This is betrayal on Shakespearean proportions, Ma, but here's the real killer. Papoose waited on that information, watched, and didn't immediately react. Waited. He knew exactly what was going to happen the night of the Instagram Live, and he wanted everyone to hear it directly from the 50's mouth. Why? Because he's a lot of things, but he's not stupid. He was aware that going public first would give the impression that he was a resentful man attempting to disparage his wife, but he chose to let 50 say it on his own. That was a brilliant move, and now Papoose is sitting in the shadows with receipts, while Remy Ma's whole business is collapsing. But hold on, because this is the last straw. Just when supporters believed that Messier, Remy Ma's ex-cellmate, could be any worse. Ex-cellmate Tasha Star Williams, who served time with Remy at Bedford Hills, has come forward in a startling, candid interview. Correctional facility. She disclosed that Remy has always been cunning in a candid interview with an underground podcast. She used to boast about who was writing her letters on the outside, and she was skilled at the game. Do you believe that once she left, 50 began to pursue her? No, he was sending her poems while she was inside. I saw him firsthand. This was no passing affair, I swear. Let's connect the dots because this wasn't an accident, it was years in the making. Remy Ma was courted by 50 Cent while incarcerated, she later left, and they met in secret. While Remy Ma was leading a double life, Papoose was raising their child, penning songs about Black unity, and giving up his entire career. She pleaded for silence as the walls began to close in, but 50 Cent doesn't show mercy, he exposes. Now that everything is public knowledge, what does that leave us with? A shattered family, a 50 Cent laughing his way to the top of the trending rankings once more, a hip-hop superstar on the brink of legal battle, and a broken brand? Well, here's the question for you all is, was 50 Cent a mastermind or simply another resentful ex-boyfriend, and was Remy Ma the culprit all along? Can Papoose bounce back from this? Or is this the last chapter in hip-hop's most significant history? Sad love story? We'll continue to observe and investigate since this isn't just a story that's over yet. This is an earthquake of culture. Papoose and Remy Ma served as the model, and they are now the warning story. However, don't just observe from a distance. We wish to communicate with you. 50 Cent was for revealing it in such a manner, or did he do something have to be completed? Do you believe Remy Ma merits cancellation or pardon? Furthermore, let's face it, how many other relationships in the industry are merely ticking time bombs on the verge of detonation? Tell us within the remarks. Don't hold back either. We're exploring every possibility, every complicated secret, and you won't believe every twist discover on popular blogs. Strike that if you're as shaken as we are, hit the like button. If you want the subscription, smash that authentic tea before it starts to leak, and ring that notification bell to ensure that you don't miss an episode of The Crazy. Due to the fact that here at We Don't Drink Tea, we're gossips. Spill it while it's still hot. Till the next occasion, stay woke. Stay filthy, and never put your trust in a smiling when keeping secrets.